Pick up the pace, everyone. It's Deep Dive Zone, a Sonic review series for fans of all shapes and sizes. I'm your host, Evan, joined as always by my co-hosts, Lorne and Bruce, and today we are continuing forward with Sonic the Comic, but Sonic himself is a bit absent tonight.
Yeah, we'll see him. We'll see him a few times, but we don't have any Sonic stories.
Yeah, it's funny. Last time we had 9 Sonic stories and then 1 Tails story. Now we have 9 Tails stories and 1 not Sonic or Tails story. Not even a Knuckles story.
I mean, I don't think you have to really be coy about it. You can say who it is.
You're right. It's President of the United States, Richard Nixon.
Ah, yeah, it's my favorite Sonic character.
Excuse me, he's your favorite Doctor Who character?
I haven't watched enough Doctor Who to say that.
Doctor Who is canon to Sonic anyway.
Fair enough.
And it's British, so there we go.
It's true.
Anyway, we're starting here with Tails. Starting off with Kog the Mighty, Stringer and Pritchett. Dr. Kintober's first robot is unearthed from beneath the ruins of Robotnik's Citadel. Yeah, I'm not spoiling. I'm not being coy about spoiling that.
No.
Gosh, I can't believe you're spoiling this epic story.
This epic, 6-page story.
You'd think that with it being that way, it would be, significant, but,
It really isn't.
Well, yes, we are cleaning up the ruins of the Robotnik Citadel and Metropolis Zone. We got some construction men here to get rid of it, but they're being attacked by badniks?
Yes.
But Sonic is not here to save them. Tails is. And, Tails can do stuff now, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I want to note here that this bird, whatever kind of bird badnik this is, shoots lightning or whatever, and Tails says, "Yike, it's shocking what some of these badniks can do." And then the editor's note puts in a groan to
Jesus.
make fun of that pun.
Yeah.
Which is is that actually the editor doing that, or did Lou Stringer put that in there himself? Because, you wrote the story, man.
Hard to say.
But yes, we smashed the robot, and that somehow, I guess because it was shooting lightning, goes underground and activates a very, very old robot.
I like that this robot, which is the titular Kog, decides after waking up, first thing it's going to do, dig up to the surface and announce to the world that I am Kog.
like an elder god.
That's how I wake up in the mornings. I get out of bed and I say, "I am Turok." Sorry, I just realized that was the same delivery as Turok.
I am Turok.
Some mornings I do feel like that's exactly how I feel though. It's like I get up and all I can think is just I am Bruce.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you needed to hunt dinosaurs, but
that too. That hasn't happened yet though.
Anyway, yes, this is Kog the Mighty. I don't know what makes him so mighty, but
I initially misread it as Kog the Almighty.
He is a god. Anyway, he asks where his creator, Dr. Kintober, is. Or rather, that's what he fucking should have asked.
He asks about Robotnik.
Somebody screwed up.
Something wrong with the script?
I think someone just screwed up.
It has to be a mistake.
Yeah, I don't think this is anything but just a writing mistake.
Because Tails actually responds with, "You've got a lot of catching up to do. Years ago, a laboratory accident changed Kintober into Robotnik."
So clearly it's supposed to be, he's supposed to have said Kintober, but...
Very weird mistake to make.
Apparently, yeah, maybe this was revealed before that Kintober's lab was in Metropolis. I guess it makes sense. The first place Robotnik wakes up, they would decide to make their capital.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of figured that's where it was, so it doesn't surprise me that much.
It's still his lab, so...
Yeah.
Right.
But, yes, Kog is Kintober's first robot. He was made to something. I don't know.
I don't think they really say.
Yeah, he's just kind of made.
Yeah. Sometimes you just make a robot, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess your first robot isn't always going to have a purpose.
True.
Anyway, Demolition Guy is out for blood. He's not thinking about what if Kintober was secretly benevolent. And as we've discussed, Kintober was still dangerous, if not evil. So he's trying to kill Kog.
I think it's more so just a mysterious robot must be Robotnik related, which I mean, I guess he is Robotnik related, but
yeah.
I mean, it's not just that, because the construction worker's like, they'll make a good scrap.
Oh yeah, he wants to scrap him also.
And then when Tails is like, hey, stop, he's like, this robot is useless anyway, why should we keep them around?
Because he's cool.
He just wants to destroy it.
Yeah, he's just an asshole.
Yeah. But Tails is like, no, I'm going to stop you. Kog should stick around because he has lots of history to share about the past. You'd think that would be like useful to the heroes somehow, but no, he becomes the historical society man. He's just a guy you can talk to.
To be fair, it's a past that wasn't particularly that long ago.
I guess.
How old is October, I wonder?
That's part of it, is that they definitely are treating him like he's ancient, but...
October wasn't that old when he was turned into Robotnik. I mean, assumingly, he didn't seem like he was that old.
The old concept art for Sonic 1 Eggman, where he looks like Teddy Roosevelt, that is the only Sonic material to ever imply that Eggman is older than 60.
Right. He's never really come off as being that old to me.
Yeah, in the games, I would say maybe 50s at the oldest.
I've always been somewhere between late 30s and early 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that one fucking children's book we reviewed where logically Eggman has to be in like his early 20s.
Oh, yeah.
But yes, Kog is safe to exposit about the past, apparently, and then never be seen again.
Hey, you know what?
Wow, spoiler. I thought this was setting up an integral character for the future.
Yeah,
of the
it's
comic.
setting up the history of the war, just like Archie.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Tales of the Great War, Part 17, how Jules scraped some dog shit off his shoe. I don't know.
You know what? I wouldn't
What
put it.
these comics need.
I wouldn't have put it past Archie.
Let's move along here to our next Tails story. This is the Unbrushables, Stringer and Dobbin. Tails dismantles the mob control of Casino Night Zone.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, we knew that Max Gamble had some amount of sway in Casino Night, but apparently they treat it like his mob is just in control of the entire zone.
I don't get how this guy is still around. He needs to get thrown out already.
Well, I thought he'd been like actually overthrown already.
It seems like they, thrown him out or in jail like multiple times at this point.
Yeah,
in prison, but
I guess he can just hire a really good lawyer.
Oh, that's gotta be it.
Also, I feel like he looks a little different every time we see him.
yeah,
I'm not sure if that's actually true.
I think that's an artist thing.
I'm sure it's just a case of different artists each time we see him. But
I
like,
don't think Dobbin
it's
has
a little
drawn him
jarring.
before, and frankly, his drawings of Tails look different than I'm used to here as well.
Yeah, Tails is looking a little off. Also,
Anyway, yes, Max Gamble's mob controls Casino Night Zone. Apparently that's just true.
Right.
And Tails is trying to rally people against him.
I mean,
He
yeah,
has
fair
to pay
enough.
protection money to the gangsters, and Tails is like, that's not right.
And because of the pace of these comics, they're quickly like, okay, sure, let's do it. Let's get him.
Yep. They get a truck with water and shoot the gangsters with fire hoses when they try to extort them.
That instantly makes them surrender because they hate water, apparently.
Yeah.
No, he hates baths.
Oh, yeah, okay. You're right.
I'm trying to
Be
make me
specific.
clean.
Yeah, he's a dirty. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that because that would sound too weird.
So Tails investigates Max and discovers, oh, hey, he's working with Robotnik. That's not really a surprise, I guess. I don't know. Everything ties
I
back
don't
to
remember.
Robotnik eventually.
Was he working with Robotnik previously? I don't remember.
Yes.
Might as well have been.
I thought so.
Not every time, but sometimes.
Okay, I thought he had been previously.
But this information is so shocking that exposing this to his hired goons, they're not cool with Robotnik.
This actually kind of surprised me. A lot of the story has made it seem that a lot of people are. I mean, usually they're not going to outright say that like, oh, it was better when Robotnik was around, but they're like not super happy with how things are. But at least these criminals are still going to be like, oh no, if Robotnik's back, that'd be terrible. No, we're not going to stand for that.
Well, I guess if Robotnik's back, they aren't in charge anymore.
I think it's the question is like there are a lot of different people that are willing to work with the Robotnik, and because these aren't really characters so much as they are archetypes that stand in for whatever the story needs, it's hard to figure out why this would be their breaking point.
Yeah, fair.
Regardless, the hired muscle is like, "Ah, Max, you bastard! You have to give them back all the money now, and still not go to prison." I don't know.
Yeah, I
think
don't.
he'll show up again probably at this point.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, we'll see him if we see him. We'll move along here to our next Tails story. Hero of the Beach, Stringer and Pritchett. Tails protects some beachgoers from badniks. Chemical Plant Zone. We're at the beach at Chemical Plant Zone. That seems like a bad idea.
And it doesn't stop these people, they'll just wear masks.
Yeah, they're wearing masks and like hazmat suits to go swimming.
Children playing in the water wearing hazard protection gear.
That is interesting.
Oh, mommy, can I swim in the acid? Yes, but wear your
As
suit,
long as you wear your hazmat suit.
Very, very strange.
Very.
And hey, this kid recognizes Tails and says he's our hero. See, you don't need hypnosis.
That's true.
Yeah, Tails actually has a lot of respect from this group of people, it seems, because some random buff dude is like, psh, look at me, I'm the best, don't pay attention to Tails, I'm a real hero, and then they're just like, yeah, right. They just don't even give him...
Yeah, the girl's like, I don't know, Tails has beaten lots of badniks. And the only rebuttal...
Beaten, Surfer Bro.
And his only rebuttal is just, I can do 40 push-ups on this little finger.
And then Tails bandages his finger.
Yeah, because he can't. what kind of Surfer Bro gets jealous of an 8-year-old child? But who cares about any of that? Robotnik is here, and he's going to send some caterpillars under the ground to attack them. I guess that makes them more like those sandworms that look exactly like caterpillars, but whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
And this leads to another classic Sonic the Comic moment where Robotnik says, I'm sending them underground while Tails is up in the sky. As if that's some kind of strategy, but then Tails just goes down.
Yeah, as if Tails is playing the floor as lava.
Yeah, like, what was the plan there? He's slightly further away?
Yeah, he has to take an extra, 3 seconds to hit the ground.
Yeah. So he beats the badniks without much fanfare, and then we pipe raw sewage back through the hole Robotnik used.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, so... I don't actually think that pouring toxic gunk under, the ocean is a good idea.
No, it really isn't.
You're gonna get that shit into the groundwater. Which I guess it already is, since you need hazmat suits to play in the water.
It's okay. It got Robotnik all covered in grime, so it's all justified in the end.
Yeah, we're gonna give Robotnik. Actually, you know what? He's all mutated. He might be able to just live off the stuff.
I don't want to think about him drink.
No, he absorbs it. He doesn't drink it.
Also weird. Anyway, that's that story. Moving swiftly along, this is Channel Hoppers, Stringer and Flint. Tails discovers the sinister secret behind a children's television broadcast.
It's the damn Teletubbies.
My god, the favorite show of Doctor Who character The Master. That one's actually canon.
This planet's amazing. Television in their stomach. Now that is evolution.
Oh, yeah!
Oh my god,
right,
really?
I forgot about that. Gosh.
We begin with
the Teletubbies were even British.
We begin with a bunch of people trampling Tails in the street so they can get inside to watch Teletubbies.
A bunch of, at least tweens?
It was hard. I mean, they're animals, so it's a little hard to tell, but that's what it seemed like.
Yeah, they seem like they're 13, 14.
Yeah, well, and that's part of it, is that the point of this is in part that they're too old for whatever the show is.
Right, the show's clearly for, little babby kids, but, they're obsessed with it. I wonder why.
Well, because, Tails himself is a kid, and he's like, wow, this show is lame. They're,
yeah, it's true.
They're a bunch of rip-off Teletubbies on... What are those, balls?
Yeah, Tails only watches the real Teletubbies.
Right.
But Tails is like, this is lame, and so he's joining up with a group of Teletubby haters, because apparently we could get even lamer. Is like that. It just reminds me of like me in middle school where I made my whole personality hating My Little Pony.
Oh, I remember that. That was kind of cringe, even as someone who doesn't have any affinity for the show either.
I still don't like it. I still want to watch it, but I don't care.
No, same. Exactly. That was basically me the entire time.
Yeah. But as it turns out, there's a reason to dislike this one, which is that everybody who watches the show thinks Robotnik is cool now. So I guess that's like the version of hating it because of racist bronies. But the point is, we need to take that shit down.
It's funny because Tails is like, what the heck is going on? And one of the people is just like, oh, don't worry, it's just a phase. They'll grow out of supporting the dictator.
The dictator that isn't even in power anymore.
Yeah, the ex-dictator.
Accidentally cogent. But we're gonna sneak into the studio, see what's going on. And they're using the subliminal messaging on that I quote, on a frequency only young minds can pick up. But
that's not subliminal messaging. That's also not subliminal messaging. That's just brainwashing.
It's because Tails is a genius.
Yeah, fair.
Is he in this comic?
No, he's just kind of a regular kid, but I guess he has enough street smarts.
Yeah,
he's a genius compared to these kids.
That's true.
I think even in these comics.
Yeah, well, that's not hard. But after their next filming of the show, the rip-off Teletubbies leave the studio. What are they even called? They're called channel hoppers.
The channel hoppers, yeah.
The channel hoppers, yeah.
But they leave the studio and are immediately attacked by the audience because Tails blocked the broadcast.
You know, I should be used to this, but the solution is way too easy. He just finds like some random genius. He's like, hey, can you intercept the subliminal message and then replace it? And they're just like, yeah, sure, on it. And then they win.
You could at least say that like Techno did it or something. You know, someone we know.
I'd like to also point out that the channel hoppers refer to each other as Brother Blank.
Oh, yeah. At the very end, they reveal that it was the cult of Robotnik again.
Yeah.
Well, that's something, but you know, the New Year's story was not a great second outing for them, and I guess this is a more effective third outing. But again, it's not really making them threatening. For now, we have Fall of the Leaf, Stringer and Dobbin, in a high-class district. Don't ask me what that means. Tails is repeatedly framed for jewel theft.
We got a new zone named Devin. What's our rating?
This is El Dorado Zone. I gave it a 4 out of 10 in the notes, but I didn't say why. I guess because it's not really a Sonic name.
Now, what about the old name for the zone? Diamond Mine Zone.
Diamond Mine Zone. I don't know. I didn't write a note on that one. I'll give it a 5 out of 10. It's slightly better. At least it's two words.
At this point, this is the only running joke we have. We got to keep milking it.
It's a high-class district because everyone here got rich because there's diamonds.
Yeah,
here.
I'm assuming they were all collaborators.
Yeah. So Tails is here, and he's looking for some French fries.
It is interesting that this is one time when a lot of people really benefited from Robotnik leaving. So, you know, there's some balance to it. And yes, Tails can only find really fancy, expensive stuff around here. Everyone's a snob.
French fries and veggie burgers, as he also mentions. Apparently those are poor people food. You can't get anything he wants in this restaurant.
It's talking about a veggie burger, but asks for a chippy, which is where you get fish and chips.
You can, well, I mean, that's the thing, is he also wants French fries. That's why. I don't know. Maybe you can get those together. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I've never been to a chippy.
Well, and I don't know shit about British food culture, so. But this restaurant doesn't have it. But what it does have is drill.
It is a really stupid idea to have an active mine below a city.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
It's like, oh, this place used to be a mine. No, it still is a diamond mine.
Yeah, how do you think these people are still profiting? God.
Yeah.
Apparently. So yes, a drill bursts through the ground, and Tails turns it off by pressing the button.
Yeah, by being smart.
Yep, he's a genius.
Any drill. It is an automated drill that targets diamonds and picked up on the jewelry of the rich people here.
So this thing was not a badnik, right? It wasn't like a reprogrammed badnik.
They don't say anything like that, so
why does it have eyes?
It has to have been a reprogrammed badnik. I will not accept anything else.
It looks like it was a reprogrammed badnik.
I mean, that's a good idea.
I mean, they never.
Nothing contradicts it.
They the only thing that makes me think that is they call it a drill bot, not just a drill.
Frankly, the problem is just that I don't know that Robotnik has a monopoly on building very dangerous robots. So
I mean, fair.
Well, not a monopoly, but I mean, if he ruled the Diamond Mine Zone originally,
Right.
they could have just reprogrammed the badniks that drilled.
anyway,
Yeah.
for saving people's lives, this lady tries to give her necklace to Tails as thanks, but he's like, I don't care about this shit. I want fries.
You could sell it for the buy fries, Tails.
Aw, $20. I wanted a peanut. $20 can buy many peanuts. Explain how. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. Woohoo!
It's just a step in between his fries.
Yeah, but so he leaves. He wants to go find his damn veggie burger. But oops, we're doing Sonic Adventure 2. A priceless jewel tiara was stolen, and the police photo looks just like Tails' silhouette.
Oh my god, it is Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
I can't believe Tails got his own Shadow the Hedgehog before Sonic did.
Man, looking back at this picture since I've read this story, it looks almost nothing like Tails.
It looks like someone
it-
drew a silhouette to look like Tails,
Yeah,
but be
it
distinct enough that you can tell.
Vaguely resembles Tails, and that just makes me think these people are even bigger idiots.
I don't know. But it's not just this. This guy is stealing shit left and right, and Tails is... Well, so it's really weird, because they draw Tails as being, like, in hiding, but then I guess he, like, waits... He waits to walk out, like, right after a robbery to prove, hey, see, it's not me!
Well, yeah, but he walks out as the perpetrator is flying away, which should immediately tell them all that he's innocent.
But it doesn't.
Also, he should
Yeah,
chase after them or something because they're just right there.
Yeah, I don't know why he waits until later to chase them. Spoiler, I guess.
Yeah, they don't believe him, despite if it were true, there would have to be two Tailses of a...
Okay, Tails, when they're interrogating him, he's like, wait a minute, I'm a freedom fighter. Why would I turn to crime? One of them is like, maybe society made you do it.
What does that mean? In this context, what does that have to do with anything?
Which society? There's basically two now. You know,
Yeah.
Pre and post Robotnik, or during and whatever. Regardless, Tails is going to get his chance to prove his name, to clear his name at the next robbery, which is of a golden bike frame.
A golden bike frame of the Steptoe Zone.
Steptoes?
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand some of these names.
I can't give a numerical rating because I don't know what that means.
Yeah, that's a
That's
good
6 out of
point.
10 because it's kind of weird, so I like it.
Fair enough.
Maybe they completely made it up, given that the golden bike frame is in fact a decoy. It's just a regular bike painted gold. But it means that we get to see the real thief, the Leaf, who is a guy with mechanical leaves coming out his ass who can fly just like Tails, even though that makes less sense, more sense, I don't know. He calls them wings, but they spin.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tails ambushes him, so he runs away, so they have a flying chase. But those wings are mechanical, those wing-ass rotor things, leaves, they're mechanical, and they apparently run on batteries, which Tails can just wait for them to run out.
And
I would think
then,
this guy would know how long they normally last. Oh well.
and then the leaf rotors, they like fall apart or get shredded when he falls.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he falls to his death, but Tails catches him and turns him in. And that's
Yay.
that one.
Yeah.
And that was a two-parter for some reason.
Mm.
Don't know if that means that guy will be making another appearance. Probably not. But let's move along here. Keep moving along. Next up, we have Weather-beaten Stringer and Flint. Tails is grounded without the use of his tails. But that doesn't stop villains from attacking anyway.
Yep.
So, Tails sprained his tails on some adventure I guess we didn't see, unless that happened here in the last one, but he sure looks normal flying away here.
Yeah, it must be an off-screen event.
Yeah, it was definitely off screen.
So, Owl Doctor says, Tails, you shouldn't fly for a while because of that. But don't worry, we have a villain to fight anyway. because the weather starts going crazy.
Gee, I wonder who it is.
It's Grimer. He's going to make more bananas.
Honestly, even when I saw that the weather's going crazy, I would not have guessed this until the characters started talking about it. I was like, wait, you're serious?
Yeah, because
Yes.
I didn't expect her to ever show up again.
The comic
She did
flashes
actually
back
say she'd return.
to
That's
Sonic
true, she did.
and Wendy Wallace from before. And yes, it's her. It's not even a secret. She's in a blimp.
Where the hell did she get a goddamn airship from?
Do you know that there's only like 25 blimps on the planet?
That doesn't surprise me.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right.
But yeah, she's in a blimp, so Tails can't get to her because he can't fly today.
Damn.
And he can't even use the tornado because it was parked illegally and has a boot on it.
I can't believe Tails parked the tornado illegally. That's so stupid.
I can believe that. I can't believe that somebody would be stupid enough to put a boot on it because they
Someone
needed to
booted
fight
the
evil.
tornado. I love that someone booted the tornado also.
I really hope someone gets fired for that blunder. But don't worry, Roger Bodge is here to help you. Remember him? I didn't.
What is going on? Why do we have two returning characters I never thought I'd see again?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
a good
guy
question.
with all the bad DIY projects. I didn't remember
Yeah,
his
I
name
mean,
was Roger Bodge, so I had no
I
idea.
didn't remember his name, but I remembered who he was as soon as he showed his creation.
Yes, he builds a flying vehicle to get Tails up there that is a toilet with a propeller on it.
And like a couple mufflers on the side. I guess they're supposed to be exhaust.
Why?
But the exhaust coming out of the toilet just kind of makes it look like it's powered off of like farts.
The fart blast machine, yeah.
It's really stupid.
So it does end up getting Tails up in the air, but it also just falls apart up there. So Tails... Okay, he grabs onto the rotor, the propeller, but it keeps spinning with nothing to propel it.
I mean, I don't know.
Just it was spinning really, really fast, and so it's still just spinning. Although it looks like he shouldn't be able to hold on to it because it would stop spinning if he was grabbing it like that.
Cartoon physics, I guess.
No, his tails is just spinning it around himself.
Oh yeah, his hands are really fast.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
of course.
But it falling apart also turns the toilet seat into a goddamn guided missile, which ends up taking out the blimp and exploding. So Tails manages to catch Windy, and they glide down with the rotor, only for it to crumble to pieces.
Which just makes Wendy laugh maniacally because all the villains are insane and she doesn't care if she's gonna die. Tails does too.
Yeah, I got the impression before that she was like, a desperate weather reporter, but here she's, a complete, oh, I may be dying, but you will die too. Ah! What the hell?
But psych, there's snow, so they're fine.
Yeah, they drop her in the snow. So, yeah, that's that one. Hi again to some people we didn't know were going to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not going to dwell on it. Move along. This is Tall Tails, Stringer, and McMahon. Tails grows to great size after being splashed with experimental serum during a badnik attack. This is an Adventures of Sonic episode.
Yeah, it is.
Also, it's Christmas again.
Yeah, I was going to point out, it's suddenly Christmas again.
Okay, this would have happened alongside one of the Sonic Christmas stories, I assume.
Sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh god. So, yes, it's Christmas. Tails wants a tree, but we need all the trees we can get because we're still recovering from Robotnik. So, we've only got crappy artificial trees for sale.
They look really funky.
Damn.
They've got like square leaves.
Oh my god, it's Sonic Lost World.
Oh, so it's just
my
accurate
God.
to a different kind of tree. Got it.
No, yeah, Sonic Lost World took it from here.
So, this science lady says, oh hey, I have a quick-acting tree serum, so we can just use that to make a tree for you. But then
Yeah, because
some robots
Tails is concerned with cutting down a tree just to use it as a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we've established. But, yeah, some robots show up. It's a badnik attack. They shoot at Tails, but they miss, and they hit the serum, so it splashes on him, and he grows huge.
And people don't really care all that much. They're like, whatever.
It's
Until it
really
starts having
not that big a
problems.
deal. Yeah, he smashes the badniks, but then he also smashes some guy's house, and he's like, "Hey, watch it."
Mm.
If something stepped on my house, I would be a little more upset than that. You know, remember back at the start of this series, we had a plane crash into my house. It really made it a difficulty to record the next week.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was worth
Yeah.
having a fuss about.
I'm batting 1,000 with the deep dive zone lore today.
That is a
I
deep
appreciate it.
I wonder if anybody's actually been watching since our Sonic 1 video. It seems like they tend to tune in for more narrative-focused stuff. But
That's fine.
And people are entitled to watch what they want to.
I'm not shaming anybody.
Fuck you for not watching everything.
Oh, perfect. You know, that's
After-
fine. Anything that would be too controversial for me to say, I'll just have Bruce say. It's perfect.
After I say people can watch what they want to.
Anyway, Tails tries to fly upward so that he doesn't hurt anybody else's houses, but that whips up a hurricane.
He should have just carefully left the area.
But, don't worry, the hurricane brings storm clouds and rain, which washes the serum off and puts Tails back to normal.
This story literally had no purpose. This is the epitome of filler.
Yep. Well, except in the end, Tails did decide that it wasn't right to use a real tree.
Yes,
So that's the message, I guess.
he gets a no
Yes.
crappy fake tree.
I think this is our first time seeing Sonic this episode.
Hi, Sonic.
Yeah.
Hi, Sonic.
He's just here to scold Tails for the crappy tree. so that's that story. Moving along, it's still Christmas. It's going to be Christmas for a little bit.
Yeah.
We have Tails, Going Crackers, Stringer and Pritchett. The Christmas decorations in Tower Hill Zone, 6 out of 10, are an absolute disaster, and Tails has to solve the problems created by the organizer, who finally snaps. Yeah, we're organizing Christmas festivities, but everything is going wrong for Basil Poultry.
That's an unfortunate name for a chicken.
Everybody is uncoordinated, and they can't do anything right. So sad.
It's so bad that my man just cracks.
You know, sometimes your Christmas goes so wrong that you just have to pilot a mech suit and attack people.
Where do people keep getting these mech suits from?
Apparently Robotnik just stashes shit everywhere. That's my
That
guess.
you know what?
Yes.
That really doesn't surprise me.
But yeah, guy goes from gotta make a perfect Christmas to I'm gonna destroy Christmas.
Yeah, he cracks after learning that the Christmas crackers are limp. Which, as an American, I know what Christmas crackers are, but like, I will never understand them.
Yeah, it's not much of a thing here.
It really
this guy really
isn't.
reminds me of Charlie from Sonic Boom. Because
I thought you were gonna say Always Sunny.
I mean, in some ways,
Maybe a little bit.
but they're both boring normal guys that randomly end up in a life of supervillainy with a mech suit because they just get pushed too far.
Damn.
Now, this guy does not have a weirdly supportive evil wife, but he does have desperation because he's
Every time I hear something about Sonic Boom, it just sounds incredible.
so mad about Christmas going wrong. But you know, Tails is here. He's gonna teach him the true meaning of Christmas by rolling a snowball into him.
Yep. That's it.
I mean, he just had to beat some sense into him, basically.
Yeah, you just gotta knock him on the head until there's stars around him, and those stars are the North Star, which teach you the meaning of Christmas.
All right.
I
I
mean,
feel like an
the
additional
true-
meaning of Christmas after this should be sensible weapons regulation.
the in-story actual meaning of Christmas was even if you get a mech suit and try to destroy Christmas, you'll still be forgiven because it's all about that Christmas spirit. I hope at least they don't get to stay the zone leader. Gosh.
Yeah, I hope that
Yeah.
mech suit is, I don't know, put in a museum or something.
Aggravated assault with a giant robot should probably trigger a special election.
Yeah, that's fair.
Speaking of things that should probably be changed by somebody, let's look here at our next story, New Year Twister, Stringer and Flint. Tails flies to Angel Island for New Year's, but something keeps bothering them there.
Nature's being a real bitch.
You'd think, but yeah, so We go to Angel Island for New Year's, and Knuckles is here, and he's like, "Oh, really? I didn't even know what day it was."
Well, first he's like, I don't appreciate outsiders, which I thought he was over that.
Yeah, I mean, you had a bunch of people living here for years.
I feel like the only outsider he doesn't appreciate anymore is Sonic.
Yeah, it's just Tails.
Yeah, Tails, I think he's cool with literally everyone but Sonic.
Yeah. But, Tails is here, he sees Knuckles, we're all like, hey, it's New Year's, Sonic's not around because whatever. Anyway, here's an avalanche, we're gonna die, oh god.
Good thing one of the... Actually, they can both fly.
Knuckles...
The avalanche really... Okay, yeah, but, like, the comics just tend to make it look like you just go woo right off the ground.
Yeah. But, Knuckles pulls Tails out of the way, so we're like, alright, let's get somewhere safer. We'll go here to Mushroom Hill Zone. Nothing too dangerous there. Oh god, it's a tornado, we're gonna die. Is this weather bitch again?
No, Mother Nature's just a bitch.
It would seem like that, sort of. That would be wild, but no. I'd like to point out something weird here. Is that Tails makes mention of the fact they didn't eat breakfast not once but twice. First at the avalanche and next at the mushrooms in Mushroom Hill. Like, wow.
Yeah, like
Breakfast.
cool. Just eat breakfast, Tails.
Does breakfast have something to do with the weather? Why are you saying that?
I think they were struggling for dialogue.
Apparently. Well, they were struggling to figure out what the hell they were even trying to make this story because, okay, Tails notices something in a bush moving, and Knuckles pounds the ground to shake whatever it is out of there, and it's Sonic?
He does a front flip out of the bush.
And Sonic is like,
Or back flip?
oh yeah, I caused the avalanche and the tornado on purpose to test you,
Test
Knuckles.
you. It's like,
And
what
Tails
the fuck?
was in on it.
And I could almost see Sonic doing that because he's just a jerk. But Tails, really, I'm disappointed in Tails.
Hey, I'm a little surprised Tails was in on it.
Well, and
I'm a
Tails,
little...
Tails being in on it is also weird because he's the one who notices something in the bushes. But
That's true.
I think it's because he secretly is like, this is getting out of hand. I want to reveal him now.
I guess.
Yeah.
What the hell are you guys doing? This is so stupid.
It is very stupid.
What
You know,
if he
this
hadn't
does really
hurt him.
I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't have gone that far, but this really it shows a positive light upon Knuckles, who actually takes this surprisingly well.
He
He's
does, yeah.
He's like, you've got nerve, but okay, whatever. I'm always gonna
Punch
stay
Sonic in
tough.
the face for this.
If this was Archie, they'd instantly get in a fight.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
This is an entirely different breed of dickhead Sonic moment. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Well, there's only so much of that kind of Sonic that we can take. We need to go back in time a bit, I think. We need to travel way back, actually, to, I don't know, like issue 41 or something. Because running alongside all of these Sonic and Tails and Knuckles stories has been another set of stories that we just didn't have enough of to get into this whole time. Which is to say, Amy Rose has had her own stories in these comics. They're just too short, and we needed to have a build-up of enough of them. So,
Makes sense.
we're doing the first one of those right here. This is In Good Hands, Stringer and Corona. Wow, Corona, I haven't seen him in a while. Amy wants to go on missions to fight badniks with her hero Sonic, but Sonic doesn't think she's up to it. However, the alarm Sonic is following turns out to be a false one. So yeah, we're going way back because Amy was not really considered part of the team at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some weird... kind of weird going back to this.
Yeah, but having taken notes on all of these already, there's not going to be a lot of massive continuity problems created by this, even if we are traveling back a bit.
Fair enough.
Also, most of them are like 5 pages long. So, Sonic, Johnny, and Lewis, yeah, this was before Lewis left.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're heading to Chemical Plant, and Amy's like, can I come?
And then Sonic
Also-
is
Oh, yeah.
misogynistic.
Does he say it's because she's a girl?
No.
He's just like, you keep getting
no.
captured. I
Yeah,
don't
you
want to
keep
bail
getting
you out again.
captured. To me, it feels little.
It's painful.
Interestingly, unless I'm forgetting, This is in Green Hill Zone. I don't think we've seen Green Hill Zone in these comics.
I think we saw it right at the start, but then they swapped it out for Emerald Hill almost immediately, and also they're identical in these comics anyway.
Yeah,
I did notice they were drawn exactly the same. Yes.
Yeah.
So Sonic denies Amy the right to come on a mission, but good news, Amy, you get to fight Badniks anyway. Aren't you excited?
You get to be on the mission anyway, because the mission's actually here.
Yep,
Yes.
it was a trick.
Some buzz.
The Badniks are actually attaching here. Attaching?
And, hey, Amy breaks out the crossbow and, gets rid of them. Is this...
All three of them.
Yeah, is this the first... I'm wondering if this is the first appearance of the crossbow, but I don't know. Because I don't know what order anything happens in.
I think she used it in Emerald Hill. I'm sorry, in Marble Garden Zone, which is referenced here.
Garden, yeah. So that would have been our first, yeah.
But we did get some lore on the crossbow, which is apparently they made it themselves, which is neat.
I wonder if that explains anything about why it looks like it's firing like a gun whenever it shoots.
It uses an it uses an explosive to shoot a projectile. That's just a gun.
It's the same technology as was used by Mr. Shifter. The guy with the gun that shoots darts, but also looks like it shoots an energy blast.
Oh.
Oh, dude, talking about a deep cut. I didn't know what the hell you were talking about, because I was just like, isn't that the blob guy? But yes, that was indeed a guy with a gun that shoots darts.
Oh. Wow, yeah.
So yeah, Amy shoots 3 of the buzz bombers, but she only had 3 bolts, and there's 6 of them, as she says. So she has the rest of them chase her until she jumps down a thing and makes them run into a wall. Which I guess shows that Green Hill has some extremely high cliffs in this universe. Look at how far down those trees and river are.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, in actual Green Hill Zone, there are some pretty tall cliffs.
I guess. It's just she's not very far away from, like, houses. That seems like not a safe place to keep your kids.
I mean, when you live in a weird world that's designed like you're in a platformer, it wouldn't be very safe now, would it?
I guess, if you run halfway up the loop and then fall down, because apparently everybody can run up the loops, as we saw.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unlike the Tails stories, where Tails is constantly trying to say what happened, Sonic gets home here and Amy lies on purpose. I'm not sure why, but she does. I guess she's humble.
Yeah, she's humble.
That's about right.
And, that's it. That's our stories for tonight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a spin-off showcase, and it was mostly filler, let's be honest.
Oh,
yeah. Not so strong, but oh well.
Now, the first Amy story, I would say, it gives Amy stuff to do, and I think that as an introduction to her being a capable character, it's fine.
Sure.
But, I'm wondering what this is going to look like next week, which is entirely Amy stories.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But, frankly, I don't mind it at all. As a change of pace to just have a different character in the driver's seat, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
Sure.
Also good for an episode where I'm recovering from sickness. You can probably hear that in my voice a bit, but...
yeah, that's a good point.
You win some, you lose some. You can power through it. Hopefully I'm not coughing all over the mic or something. But next week I won't be sick, so... With all that said, we'll see you guys next week. That's where we're done for tonight. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, criticism, or feedback, you can reach us at any links in the link tree in the description. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my co-host for being here. We'll see you next week. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a great rest of your night. And take care.